Yes, what's going on? It's another day. What is up, Ma? Thought I was going to say it. Kind of like in the chat. When can we say it? When can we not say it? When's it acceptable? When's it comical? When is it a joke? When is it a trigger to set the emotion off? To, I don't know, hit the adrenaline button, the dopamine, the tryptophan, make someone angry, trigger the emotion, the dirty word, the slang. We're live. YouTube, Rumble. Yeah, we had a few problems with X. We're giving it another on the X shot, so to say. Apparently the other night somebody got their spandex and purple hair in a wad. That's okay though. That's all right. This episode hits both possibilities within pretending one answer applies to another, or settles everything. In this episode, the language, the scholarly terms, they do not mean anything specific toward the use of a group of people. It's individual, a group of people. Yeah. Like, well, how are we going to separate slur language from a group of people from an individual? Because the word comes out of an individual's mouth. That's the start. That's the kindling of the fire. And then suddenly it's rampant within the hordes of the sheep. The white sheep, the black sheep, the brown sheep, the yellow sheep. I don't even know. Are there any yellow sheep? I don't know. Never seen a yellow sheep. Put it in the chat. Chats are open. Chats are open. Read it for yourself. Yes, wasn't put in there as an insult. It's put there for a reason. So let's look at a fundamental before we get into this. Terms, language, control over the words, the use of the words, over its meaning. You're hearing that a lot in 2026. Semantic inversion. Heard that a lot, haven't you? We're going to take that word back. Semantic reappropriation. I didn't say repossession. Reappropriate. Got to understand what the meaning of reappropriation is. We'll cover that. The reappropriation. Yeah, the linguistic reappropriation. Linguistics, verbal, okay? Semantic, the meaning, the expression. the re-semanticism of the word. Think of a comedian using specific words. Yeah, where it's used. For example, Group A repeatedly uses insults. Group B with a nickname, okay? Toward Group B with a nickname. But decades people, decades later, Group B begins using the nickname along with themselves. This, the word. Yeah, that, the word. Somehow in a, ironically, positive way, but you're throwing the twist of the word that would have been negative a decade ago into a positive, let's say, resemanticization of the word, the semantic linguistic venue. Yeah, you took the word, you twisted it, you used it, but guess what? It's still a word. It's just a dadgum word, kind of like that chick up in that state, I forgot name, Shiloh, convicted of a misdemeanor for saying a word, but it had a hard R and not a soft A. What if it would have had a soft A? Would there be a difference? There quite possibly would be a difference. Yes. So before we get into the show and the fun of it all, yep, it's out. We released it. I'm going to show it to you right here. Or at least I released it. I put it out. Bam, right there. The whole episode broke down for you to read, for all you researchers that really want to research this and break down the actual argument, the topic, because somebody's going to take this show and turn it into a pearl clutch and a leftist Democrat crybaby or a affirmative Republican fist stomping of old men with wooden false teeth. Yeah, somebody's going to take it and spin it. This is not to be spun in a negative way. It's not to be spun in a positive way. It's scholarly. It's research, all right? So it's all released. You can go download it, and I'll show you where to release it, along with the terminologies, the study guide, the key terms, the appendix for you. Then with the actual exemplars. Yes, we got exemplars here. So when you download it, if the link's there, just copy paste the link into your fantastic browser, whatever your browser would be. Doesn't matter. Googly, DuckDuckGo, Firefox, whatever it is, man. Safari. Then there's the white directed sample terms. I just did black and white. Then we have, different locations that I just kind of put it there so you could go see the linguistic values of it and the URL performance levels of it, so that you'll get a true affirmative understanding that the reappropriation of me taking the words and reappropriating them in a manner of scholarly debate, it can happen too. Oh my gosh, look, this guy just took everything that's supposed to be the negative and turned it into a drama commentary. Yeah, right here. Scholarly commentary. But you got to understand, sometimes it's used, the negative word for a specific race, creed, culture, religion. It's used in a semantic venue. Take gamers, man. There are popular gamers out there that use negative words in a comical highlight. And there are gamers out there that use the negative cultural slang in a negative manner, just to incite, disturb. The word, is it factually accurate, concurrent? The use of it? Got to think about it, people. Are you really stupid? Are you stupid? Someone calls you stupid. Are you stupid, or are you just ignorant? Because you do not know something. When you find out that you do not know something and it's not inferaneous to you, meaning skilled, repetition, you've done it before, you can do it again, you can do it now because of the repeat behavior. You've done it. So are you really stupid? The accuracy, your observation is key. Is it triggering you? Is it talking about the true identity of you, and is it detailing it to where that descriptive cultural slur triggers an identity that matches the cultural slur? That's the big accuracy problem. People can't identify it. People can't relate. I get asked questions all the time. We thought you were white, man. Well, yeah, I may look white. Well, how come your skin's red? I don't know. Maybe I'm not as Johnny Depp Eastern playing Tonto. Yeah. Not everybody looks the same, people. Not everybody is the same. Is the word accurate? What does it describe? Is does the single person accept the actual term being used as 100% compulsory accurate? Is it a negative? Is it a negative contribution to the contributions you are delivering or performing in society in the moment? Are you being a, whatever the term would be? Yeah. Are you being stupid? That's just a term. But we're talking about slang terms here. Now, I know, YouTube's kind of a trigger mechanism on words, so we're not going to say all the words, but we get the words, right? The W's, the C's, the N's, the S's, the J's or the G's. We get it. We understand what they are. Look them up yourself. I'm not going to educate you on insults. I'm not even going to educate somebody that would use a slur in a negative way in an area of comedy, because it doesn't really philosophically, aesthetically hit the aspect of another person the way you're trying to deliver it. It just doesn't work that way. Taking something back, reappropriation, not repossession. Now, this show was not pro-reappropriation. This show was not negative reappropriation. This show was about the education of you and why things shift and move in society, because culturally, a decade ago, Group A would say it to Group B, and Group B would get triggered and flustered like a pack of rabid hyenas ready to kill. Now it's commonly used by Group B, whatever Group B would be, the slang. Oh, it's an endearment. It's a recognition of past history. It's a whatever it would be. Yeah, reappropriation, your definition to it, how you're going to twist it, how you're going to put a new meaning on it. But within social media and the world, it's a trigger. It's a click. It's a bait. It's to get you in there, to hear it, to see what the net are doing, what the white crack are doing, what the jit are doing, musically, gaming. It's a catch-all phrase. It's a catch-all term, even within the culture that is trying to be acquired, which would be the same culture as the person putting out the clickbait thumbnail with the word in the thumbnail. Anybody ever seen that in YouTube? I see it all the time. All the time. I even see it in some of the actual live streamers or podcasters I watch on occasion. I don't watch them all the time, but I watch everybody, guys. Left wing, right wing, white nationalists, black nationalists. Yeah, Aryan Nation, power hungry, black nation, take it over, kill them before they kill. I watch it all. You got to watch it all, man, to understand, to racially pick up on it and understand it. Racial identity into attention. That's what language is, people. That's what the conflict is. That's what the revenue is. That's what the reinventing of the word and the definition singularly. One person trying to do that to gain the attention, the identity, the radical extreme push of it, the baiting. And it's not necessarily race baiting. Think of the culture. Think of the location. Think of the city. Think of the urban. Think of the rural. Think of where you're at. Think of the population venue. Discussing the racial controversy of using a name. One person can use it, but this specific person can't. And I'll tell you a story at a university. And it was a previous university, University of Memphis, in a classroom with a whole bunch of students. Yep, I said it with a soft A. Why is it that you can say it and I can't say it? Then I brought up some examples on, social media. Yeah, social media. Black people using black negative words, white people using white negative words against their self and against the other, but can't say it in a classroom to discuss it because a few students got their academic Bundy underwear in a wad. It just goes to show you, some people, it's a grievance trigger. It's a tetrafan. It's an anger button. They're not scholared enough to have the conversation. The grievances still exist, even though one may have never truly suffered the grievance of the word or the people using the word in a negative way. But historically, they may have had family members, but you yourself have never experienced it. The provoke of emotional engagement. That's the scholarly thing. That's what we're here for today. So when you put the hates and the thumbs down and, you whiny crotty YouTube and, all these channels, this guy's racist, man, he's baiting. No, we're not. So when can and when can't one use the word? The political influence, the audience growth, the financial wealth, the growth of a finance. Think of rappers. Degradation toward their own race females. Think of country singers. Well, a lot of country singers sing about, bad relationships, but you must suck as a human being, as a man, as a woman. Your emotions may not be intact. Your emotional expansion and growth is being provoked by, I don't know, kiss the dog, kick the wife music. You never know. It goes both ways. So the mobilization of financial profit, the mobilization of your own reputational damage or success. Will it damage you? Will it plummet you into astronomical amounts of money because everybody likes the way you use the cultural deficiency of language in a comedic way or an emotional way or a power setting way that really has no direct influence on society whatsoever, because the music itself is just pure crap. Anybody ever notice that when you drive down the highway and you listen to, a car that's worth $100, but the stereo is worth about $4,000, and you don't hear the bass, you hear it's insanity. Yeah, the music is garbage. Same with other genres of music. I hate country. I can't stand it. Every time I hear country, I just want to vomit a little bit. Anybody want to vomit in their mouth a little bit when they hear country? I do. Can't do it, man. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. The difference between racial analysis and race baiting. There's a big difference, okay? Legitimate racial analysis examines institutional history, period, behavior, unequal outcomes, all right? Unequal outcomes, the analysis of it, discrimination, cultural patterns using evidence. Race baiting begins with a person and or media organization. Period. Starts with a singular or it starts with an organization. Typically, social media. Typically, the news anchors. Without saying the words. You got mainstream TV shows through the day that imply it, but they don't have to say the word, but they can imply it, and everybody knows what the trigger is, because everybody knows the magic word hidden behind a curtain that you just can't say because it makes people upset. Makes them want to cry. Hits the emotional trigger. The dopamine, the tryptophan, the endorphins. Now you're angry. Yep, race baiting begins when a person or a media organization pushes the button. Yeah. That aggregate of anger comes out. It simplifies the meaning. It simplifies the attrition. It simplifies the influence of you, where you're at in society. It manipulates racial conflict as well. When there's no racial conflict there, the media will initiate racial conflict. Yes, it's predictable. Why? The media, social media, your favorite stars, your favorite musicians, your favorite social media, your favorite social acolytes. Use the word. Sure do, because they know it's going to trigger the emotion. It's going to get that response, and that response is typically going to come toward them in clicks, views, subscribes, I like. But it's targeted toward one genre, a specific race, creed, or culture. Now, I know somebody's going to say, well, you can be a different race, creed, or culture and appreciate the artistry and the cultural divide and the cultural experience of another culture. Sure. I like Italian food too. Some of you like Mexican food, Chinese food, whatever it is. Some people that aren't black would like soul food, but what is truly soul food? Right? What is truly Chinese? What is truly Mexican? Are you really eating it, or are you eating what came off of the Corsico Contro frozen truck with food from another country? Yeah, we're getting real beef here, ribs. Yep, U.S. ribs. Nope, they were shipped to you from Brazil because they've been frozen for about 5 months. And you're eating it thinking it's real. This is real bison. No, it's not. It's bighorn water buffalo from South America. The legitimacy, all right? There's a difference between analysis and baiting. A huge one. Evidence versus insinuation. What is the direct evidence that someone is using a word in a negative light? Is it an insinuate trigger? Yeah, it can be. Is it an insinuation trigger to get someone to pay attention to you, what you're promoting, what your attempt to get out there, disseminate into society? The assumption of the racial intent. As a scholar and as somebody that is not going to be stupid. Are you stupid? Are you a nit? Are you a white crap? Are you a jit? Yeah. What's the intent of it? What's the presentation of it? This is 2026, people. This is not 2022. This is not 2021. It's 2026. It's out there. It's predominant. It's everywhere. It's all over. Every country on the daggone planet right now is a melting pot. Why? Because of open borders. That's just the way it is. We're not arguing good, bad, and there, but take it or leave it. That's what it is. How easy is it to manipulate that with the racial intent? The pattern, versus the intent. Yeah, the pattern can be the same. Why? You see it every day. You have black superstars talking crap about white people. You have white superstars talking crap about black people. You have Hispanic, brown skin, Latino talking crap about black, and you even have black Africans in the United States that were born in Africa, migrated, now have legal status that despise American black people. How do I know? Memphis, worked there, area, most violent city in the United States. Yep. Work there, law enforcement, yeah, the region, the area, yeah. Talk to a lot of them. Can't stand them. They hate them. Why? Because they really don't understand the true black experience in 2026, 25, 24, 23, 22, all the way down. Don't understand it because they have experienced it for real. Death, tribal warfare. Watch their family members get killed, beheaded. Yeah. It's the same way like the LGBTQ community. LGBTQ, Queers for Palestine. Yeah, do you realize you could go to countries over there that are predominantly Muslim and be thrown off of a bridge and hung? Yeah, this is not anything derogatory. Do your own research. The same way with identity baiting and analysis, it goes with the racial terminology and the slurs. You've got to understand this, people, and not be, are you stupid? Educate yourself. If you're going to let the terms and the words tryptophan you into that emotional response and anger, you need to step back and look at yourself in the mirror. Are you what that person is saying? Are you? Or are you going to take the scholarly high road? Yeah. Trust me, I grew up with the Christopher Columbus Indians. Sure did. Seneca and the Mohawks. Sure did. Everybody said, don't hang around them. They're all mixed breeds. The Indians, the mixed breeds. Who cares? We still played fireball and you never messed with us because you were too scared. So we let it go. It was no big deal. The generalization of the word and the intent. What is one really going to do? The accountability collective. Yep. The collective of blame, the accountability. Who's responsible? What is the identifier? Is it you? Are you responsible? No. Move on, buttercup. Live your life. The behavior that's being examined has to be really minutely looked at. The linguistic value. Now, I'm not talking about the true open race baiters like, the anti-race groups that are just publicly out there doing, stupidity. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the linguistic value. Are you going to be the one that is triggered by a linguistic value? If it's so great in your community, why can another community not use it in a normal conversation with you without triggering a dopamine emotional moment, a tryptophan anger trigger of explosive violence? Why? You got to ask yourself that. You're doing it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. What's good for the pit bull is good for the applehead chihuahua. Yeah, discussing racial content is not automatically race baiting, people. It's not. Discussing the verbiage is not automatically race baiting. It isn't. It's kind of like discussing sex crimes with a victim. No, nobody wants to touch themselves off in that swamp pool of insinuation or intent, do they? Race baiting occurs when racial division becomes the product of society that is being sold daily, which it is in the United States. Chats are open. Hit it. What do you think? Your emotions getting stirred? You getting angry? You get mad because somebody's calling you out? The possible response? Yes. Yeah. The image, the thumbnail of CJTV that's used. Oh my goodness. It's not any worse than any other thumbnails out there. It isn't. There's nothing in the thumbnail or the image that you cannot say is not a prevalent argumentative pattern in society. Who wants to look at it? I do. Let's open it up. Let's just show it here. Let's show it. Why? Because I got an email. Why did you do that as your thumbnail? I thought it looked pretty cool, man. Really. Heck yeah. Thought it looked pretty cool. I did. I really got an email. Dude, that's crap. Why did you do that? Let me see. Bam! Right there. Man, the blacked out. Right there, you know, the blacked out verbiage, the music, the breaking the change, the money, the justice scale. Yep. Condemned language, reclaimed language. It's pretty cool. And then there's, you know, that cool guy, me, right there. I know I don't have it on today because I was at the gym and it's kind of relaxation Monday, right? Getting ready for the semester to start. Still got to go run and stay fit, people. Got to get the, you know, in. You never know when you have to lift a heavy scholarly textbook and do some research and not get your semantic, emotional panty or underwear in a wad because of a simple word of cultural diversity. Yep, the profit, man, the margins, the contracts, the social media, canceled because you said a specific word. There's the blue glory side, and then there's the red dopamine, tryptophan side of death. That just destroys you, kills you, brings you down. Yep, so that's it. Thought it was pretty cool, man. I liked it. So, can you say it without society getting angry at you? Can you hit the digital media reward of attention? Or are you going to be the focus of outrage? That's all up to you, people. Do you have the guts? Are you stupid or ignorant? Are you truly with intent? Are you expressive? Who knows? That's up to the receiver. Because you're going to trigger something, the emotional intensity, the engagement initiatives. Are you truly engaging people by using those words? Unfortunately, you probably are. You're probably attracting so many people because of the cultural diversity and use of what would be a negative slur in a manner to gain attention to yourself. It's pretty sad because, what? You're too stupid. You can't use scholarly words. You can't use a thesaurus or a dictionary. It's the cascade of social media credentials, right? Achieves such a, you know, subsequently venue of fame at a larger scale. All you're doing is creating the larger diffusion in society. You use it. Yep. In the universities, I've walked down hallways, heard it all day long. All day long. By God, don't say it in a classroom and some white tenured professor hear it, or some black tenured professor hear it. Oh, it's the crime of the century because someone that didn't fit the profile said the word. Yep, I was walking down the hallway one day in a specific building. Forgot the number of the building, but it was a history class going on. And I overheard the white colonial European teacher say the savage Indians attacked. Well, if somebody was in your backyard stealing your land, what would you do? Oh my God, that's an excuse, right? So was it theft or was it conquer? Oh my goodness, the archives of history, the winner writes the book, right? The comparable ordinary content that somebody has to interpret every day, delivered by those with validity, credibility, set precedents, educational and scholarly aptitude, as delivered by someone who is just trying to gain a nickel or gain attention. The creator of the word? No, the one using the word is not the creator of the word or the terminology in 2026. The person using the racial slur is the creator of the engagement in the moment. Supporters share the collective engagement. Think of music. Think of movies. Think of your favorite TV shows with your different culturally diverse actors that use the terminology. Man, it's even on the left-wing TV shows, even on the right-wing TV shows, the conservative, the libertarian, crybaby, take a knee, won't let anybody say anything. Yep. It's the one delivering the message. Who's the opponent? Who's the one that's going to condemn it? There's always the recognition of somebody's going to condemn the use. Can I use it now? No, you can't. I condemn it. You haven't reappropriated the word that your venue of historical people, the sins of the fathers and the mothers, shall pay for. You haven't reclaimed it. Why should we reclaim it when the definitive dictionaries of time have been changed? Everybody try to look up a negative slur and see if it's really the true definition as to what you learned when you were growing up, especially you older people that are in your 60s, 70s, and 80s. Look it up now in 2026. It's kind of like ever since Fauci came along, some definitions medically and clinically have been changed and shifted. Yeah, changed and shift to meet the historical moment, so that now somebody would say it has set precedence in validity and reliability. The journalistic commentary debate of reliability. How was the word used? The algorithm register. How does YouTube pick up on it? How do the platforms pick up on it? How does it gain attention? You know, you can tag specific words in social media, and social media will find it for you. Yep, find it for you, just so that you could get the commentary giggle, the moral agreement. Yeah, find the algorithm registry. The controversy becomes your own because you're the one that has to determine the emotional controversy within yourself. The dopamine, the endorphin, the tryptophan, how it's going to make you react. Is it going to induce you into an anger fit moment? And you got to think about it, because some words that are cultural slurs are trigger words to get you to lose it, lose your cookies, lose your mind. Yep. What's the favorite term now in society? Chimp out? YN, chimp out? How many times have you heard that? All you got to say is one word and boom, here it comes. What about white people? Huh? What about Mexican, Latino? Wetback, illegal, boom. You got words coming out that are tryptophan triggers. Society knows this. The people delivering this know this. The humiliation, the anger, the fear, the identity conflict, it becomes economically attention. Yeah, economically attention to attentiveness of the viewer. Economical attention, because you're going to pay for it. You're going to hit the subscribe. You're going to hit the link. You're going to throw the money in super chats. You're going to support the outside channels. You're going to do it. You're going to go read the list. Hit the blue link. Go to the URL. The outrage and economy. Everybody's all worried about the outrage. Big institutions making money. Yes. The socialist. The people own the big entities of corporations. Well, okay, who owns the guys and gals using cultural slang and words to up their profit margins? Who's going to own that word? Maybe that would be the reason you're hearing reclamation of the word. So now you can't use it as a negative derogatory environment or word or pattern of discussion in a socialist movement. Anybody ever put 2 and 2 together? Right? That's 22, not 4. Put the things together, put the platforms together, put the designs together, and what the actual feasibility is for the audience size, the discovery, the criticism, response, or non-response. It's good to be able to say this stuff and not have a response by a specific target, because nobody's putting the whys together. The identifying a permanent racial enemy. It's kind of like the show we did last night. The groups as enemies. Social platform. Political groups as enemies. It's a trigger. It's a pull. People can't interpret it. Preventing every disagreement. Yep. Nobody wants to try that, do you? It's the racial hostility. It's already there, man. It's set when some people can't even argue it. Because some people that are arguing the racial hostility have never been a victim of racial hostility. Truly a victim. Yeah. Society. Pattern. Thought, what you think you feel, what you think happened, but you really have never been a victim of it. You used to have that conversation on campus all the time. Well, give me one time that you were a victim. And then suddenly a social interaction comes out, which was linguistically, or somebody had a disagreement. That is not a victimization. It's not. It's called speech. As long as it is not inciting violence, as long as it's not with intent to deliberately cause harm or defamation of one's character. If you can't handle the discussion or handle the argument, what is it? Get out of the cultural slang kitchen. Use them. Put it to the test. Argue it as a scholar. Yeah, argue it as a scholar. Use the words. See if you can pattern yourself around the racial hostility after you use the word. Speaking with the group. It's always a collective, is it not? Punishing members who question the narrative. Members of culture, race, creed, religion. We're not just talking about race here, guys. What about religion? Cultural slangs in religion. Cultural slangs in race. Cultural slangs and descriptors. What about the mentally ill? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Everybody that's been to prison is a murderer and a killer and just a vandal. Everybody that's got a felony or is a convict is dangerous. You can be an 80-year-old granny and get convicted with a felony. That doesn't make you dangerous. Treating reclamation as betrayal. That's a big topic too. Not everybody in specific races or cultures or religions that want to reclaim or reclamation of words or cultural identity that's slang are in favor of the let's reclaim it and make it our own and change the definition. Well, the definition still has historical precedence. It's still there in the mind of people. You're going to have to go through a few generations of society before the reclamation of a cultural slang for race, creed, religion, gender, identity is ever going to be curved to your new reclaimed definition. Take a moment, ponder it. How many of you are really just going to let it go? Oh, it's a new definition to it. Oh, now white has a new color. White is a new color. Black is a new color. Yellow is a new color. Orange is a new color. Purple in the crayon box is a new color. Now we got primary, secondary. Now we have the mixed, colors of the primary and secondary that are making specific colors. But we can just all whitewash that and turn it into something else. Are you going to be able to pattern your brain around that? You're going to be able to do it? Highly unlikely. Why? Sociological creatures. You're tribal. You're a human being. The process occurs along ideological divides, ideological divisions, so to say, race profile, race growth, race purpose, race intent. What is the intent of it? What is the grievance? Is it a positive? Is it a false? Or is it always false? Is it always negative? Let's think of a comedian. Yeah. What's your favorite comedian? How many times have you ever heard your favorite comedian take everything culturally and slander it and destroy it? But it's acceptable there. Why? It's comedy. It's not there to hit the tryptophan. It's not there to trigger the emotion of sadness or anger. It's there to make you giggle, give you a good time, make you see the error in your ways and sociological development failures. Yeah. The investigation of repeated exploitation. That's what a comedian is, guys. Investigation of repeated exploitation. The comedians that use cultural slurs, cultural slang, cultural identity in the actual big show or the act that you're paying nickels and dimes to go see. And they're talking about you. Yes, you. Whatever your cultural identity or whoever you are that they're using negative or crude words against, they're talking about you and you're giggling about it. Happy. Happy as a freaking kid with a sucker. Yep. Got to get more of it. Can an activist begin with a legitimate cause when it comes to race baiting, culturally negative words about society? Can an activist legitimately just explain in words the legitimate cause for the need for acceptance of the cultural negative words in society, or the need for abolishment, or the need for reclamation? All three, argue them all. Yeah. A legitimate activist with an education, with a scholarly background. That's why we put the PDF out, right? Put the PDF out. It's on Facebook. Go to the Facebook. I'll bring that up for you real quick here in a moment so everybody can see it. Go to the Facebook, man. Download it. Stand by. I'll bring it up here so everybody can see it. Where is it at? Political. Oh, hold on. We didn't link it to Facebook. We shall right now, though. We shall right now. That way anybody can go download this puppy and read it. And get mad at the show. Get mad at, I don't know, get mad at another race, creed, or culture. Get angry. Let me see. Where is it? Let's do a quick search for it. So I want to make sure. There it is. Let's share. Share to Facebook. Bam. Just want to make sure everybody has the ability to download it, read it amongst your friends. And here we go. make sure everybody can see it. Just want to make sure you've got that argument going when somebody says, I can't believe you watched that. I can't believe you have that paper in your hand. And bam, there it is right there. Ready to go, ready for you to download. Ready for you to have the grievance argument of why somebody that is a true activist cannot legitimately argue it. Can't. Why? Because they're cornered by sociological venue manipulation. It's just the way it is. They're argued. So when you hit the button, it takes you to this actual platform. You just hit download right up top, right to the, as you're looking at it, right of the descriptor, the PDF, and you've got it in your hands, and you can read it all day long. Share it amongst the stupid in society. Yeah. Are you stupid? Are you the specific racial slur that someone's giving you? Are you that activist that is race baiting for a momentary stance and figure, their 15 minutes of fame? Yeah, the possible response to that would be yes. Institutional incentives. Yeah. Institutional incentives can change behavior. Yeah. Non-government affiliated, organized. Yeah. An institution. It doesn't have to be government, people. It can change that. Your influence, your identity. Think of social media. Think of all the YouTube venue live streams you watch to where somebody's trailing a protester. Somebody's trailing someone who's trying to trigger you because they're tracking. Degradation of grammar is educational system, i.e. accepted ebonics in schools. Well, that would be your education system, and those that would be the educators. So are the educators truly credible, have validity, set precedent, scholars? Or is it just something that's accepted because everyone has a fear of, well, they can use it. I experienced it at the University of Memphis, walking down the hall all the time. I always stopped and made a big pissy argument out of it, drawing attention. Yeah. Who is that? Oh, it's Dr. Gurley again. It's always going to happen that way. You got nothing. You're going to lose. Yep. Are you truly identifying yourself or your friends as the correct reaffirmation of the word to make it prettier instead of the originating intent from historical venue, historical precedents? Yeah, you can turn something into an ebonic. Heck, hooked on phonics, man. It was there forever, right? How many of you know somebody that still can't speak the English language worth of crap, even though it's their primary language? English language is not the primary language of the United States, but it is the predominant language. I know there was a discussion. Somebody put it in the chat or something. When was that discussion when, I forgot who presented it. Somebody presented it for the House and then the Senate for English to be the documented primary language of the United States. I forgot when that came out. I don't know if it was a year ago or 2 years. I think it was like a year ago, a year and a half ago. Something as simple as that. People get their fluster in the ebonics and the use of verbiage. Yeah, we're not going to be able to use my people's cultural dialect anymore because it's not going to be acceptable. It's not going to be recognized. Something as minutely simple as that. What? It turns into culture. Then everybody gets their tetrafan going, their feathers in a rumble and a rest, and they still can't truly argue why the race division of ebonics, the race division of linguistic value, the race division of reclamation, the race division of changing the word, moving a vowel, moving a consonant to, I don't know, make it sound better for you and for your boys, for your girls, for your people, for your identity, your race, your creed, your religion. You can use it, but you're going to treat it as a criticism when another group uses it. A uses it to B, even though A uses it toward each other amongst themselves. Yeah, the vulnerability, another collective culpable, victim of a crime. You're culpable of making yourself your own victim. Why? Because you're doing it, but when somebody else does it, what's good for you, the goose, is not good for the gander. The loaded racial language and how you perceive it. Yeah, how it's used, how it's acceptable. What's the target venue of when that word was used? The powerful sociological target, the venue, the trigger, the moment, and the time that it's being used. That was Trump term 1. Trump term 1. I knew it was something that had to deal with like 1 year ago. Okay, so it's Trump's term, first term. I got you. Thanks. Find a link to that post it or send it. I'm kind of interested on that. Historical power matters, people. The purely minimal status-based moral standard raises other questions when it comes to language. How it's used, where it was developed, why it's being used. Why was a specific singular term developed in the first place? What is the true intent? What's the origin? I mean, is it truly originated in the language that you speak? Or was it transitioned over, reclaimed from another language to our language, and we're going to add a new definition to it? It's kind of like gas station. If you're from another country and you download Duolingo on your phone, yeah, you're going to learn gas station. But if you go to Great Britain, the people in Great Britain or the UK do not say gas station. They're going to look at you like, what? They don't say gas station. It's kind of like going to Great Britain, right? Getting off a plane and somebody asking, would you like a fag? F-A-G, a fag. Yep. What does it mean? Would you like a cigarette? A smoke? A cat? A square? A stick? Tangerine paper? Whatever. The reclamation of the word. So let's just go to the UK and reclamate that word. How about that? Stupid. The historical power that matters within language. Purely status-based morality when it comes to the frontal temporal lobe. One hears, interprets. Yeah. What does it do to your emotion? Is it acceptable? Is it degrading? Did you evaluate the intent? Or did you just hear the word and now trigger? What's the popular thing on social media now? Chimp out. Yeah, somebody's triggering it, but everybody likes to laugh and giggle about that. Yeah, the context, the foreseeable harm when one chooses the actual language of the word. The targeted group, the main topic introduction of why we're going to use a word to trigger a group. Yes, the slurs, the reclamation occurs when the member is targeting a specific person or specific group, especially a specific single person that's in a group, but the group can hear the target of the single person by another. Person A targets person B that's in a group that is consistent with person B, thus tribalism. Yeah, you're going to hang out with that. That's solidarity. That's self-esteem, that self-description of self-worth with your nigga. Yeah, with your white cracker, with your brown Jeep. You're going to tie in with them. Now you were called, so the humor is now gone because somebody is going to over-trigger. Tetraphene, bam, that tetraphenic fusion. They're going to get mad. Now the sheep are going to get mad. Now you're going to get mad following the tribal response. The outside authority of triggering your emotions is now victorious. They've won. Challenging the authority of the group, it's simple. One word, put you all in a hysterical, rolled up underwear tizzy of anger. Yeah. It's not hard to do. I could do it right here on this show, but we're not trying to inflate that. We're trying to get society to understand that this exists regardless of how you want to argue reclaim, how you want to argue redefinition. You're not going to be able to be successful with everybody. That's going to take decades, multiple decades, and it's still not going to be successful. Hate to break the news to you, it's still not. A POS car is a POS car. A piece of shit car is still a POS car. Even if it has a $4,000 stereo on it and $800 rims individually. Still a POS car. Subject to breakdown, subject to fail, not trustworthy. It's the intent of putting that stereo or those wheels on that car just so you could fit into group A or B. Yeah. You could be that context of self-foreseeable harm. Why? You're setting yourself up for non-reliability. You're not going to get to point A from point C. A would be back home from C. Reclamation is not universal, people. It's not. Members of the same community may disagree sharply about what reclamation is and how it's being done, whether the word has been evolved or transformed or shifted. Think of the senior citizens, the ones that grew up with it, right? You young people, you new socialists of America that never experienced it. Kind of like following Mondani. Mondani's not originally from America to experience that American reality of cultural difference. No historical venue. It's what he's been taught, what he's been shown, what he's been explained by the scholar, the venue, the peer review, or the moronic stupid person, kind of like the media picks the biggest jackbone in the neighborhood to explain what's going on in the community. What happened, Bob? Bob, put the 40 bottle down. Put the crack pipe down. Yeah. Put the meth pipe down. Tell us what happened. You're on TV. Make sure you do it this way, this way, this way. The slurs. It's not going to be a solidarity level for everybody, people. There's going to be resistance. There's not going to be any resilience with changing a sociological interpretation of a word. It's how it's used. Period. It's how it's used. It's a temporary band-aid. It's lipstick on a pig. The social function. So, the question, who can say the words? Who can deliver them? Is it the intent? Is it the atmosphere? Is it the comedic drive? Who has the authority? Who has the humor, the intensity, the resistance, the thick skin or the thin skin to it? The identity. Do you have to be that specific identity to use the words of another identity in the United States in 2026? Who knows? That's up for you, right? You're supposed to be scholared. You're supposed to be a social media acolyte searching through the airwaves and searching through the clicks of all your favorite platforms, discovering the use of internal group language, the solidarity, the social identity, the singular, the singular familiarity of the terms, how you grew up, the cultural experience, the shared experience. But did you really share the experience of where the word originated? No, you didn't. Not in 2026, you didn't. It confirms a membership. Yep. The connection of the affiliation with you and what you're doing, the movement, what you're listening to, how you feel, what's going on. It also separates inside too. Separates inside the group, the outsiders and the insiders. Now the ones that aren't for the reclamation, for the change, that want the shift or diverse move of the word to identify something, they're against it because it has original foundation within their race, creed, culture, religion, identity, and they're against the change. They're against we're going to reclaim it, we're going to reinvent it. But no, it's not going to happen like everybody thinks. There's going to be a fight. There's going to be a shift. That's like everybody's saying, Pete Hegseth went in and he cleaned the military out. No. I was formally done everything, active duty, guard, ready reserve in 2012. Way back when I was in, there were still LGBT in the military, but it was nobody asked, nobody cared, it was keep it to yourself and let's go, keep peace through deliverance of power. Kill them all, let God sort them out. Yeah, but now things have changed and everybody's like, oh, this person comes in and cleaned out and they're making change. Bullcrap. I was at a commander's call a long time ago. Yeah. Yep. This is at a guard base at a commander's call. Retired full bird colonel walks in. Nice red wig, nice dress, everything. Full bird male colonel. 2 weeks later comes in. I'm in a dress. I'm transgender. Nobody gave two shits. It was commander's call. Shut up, sit down, listen. Nobody cared. And at that point in time, I was, kind of new to that attachment, and the commander wanted me to be the local MTI, drill instructor for, stupid people. MTI, so I had my, campaign hat and, all the cool stuff, and the LGBT retiring full bird colonel, wig, dress, the whole 9 yards, man. Makeup, everything. Wasn't fully out processed yet. Just came to commander's call. Normal out in the world dress. Like it didn't exist, right? Yeah, it existed. It exists today. Law enforcement, the world, agencies. Look at J. Edgar Hoover. The man, the myth, the legend, the guy that was the establishment of the FBI. Do your own research. Yeah. Big popular apartment to where, presumed J. Edgar Hoover and his gay, homosexual, queer, other side, other choice, identity, lover met. Yeah, you can find this stuff on social media, but you got to use the words, and even if you use slang words against an identity or a group, you can still find the same data. You can still find the same videos. Communication the effect of the communicative words, the linguistic value, the reduced formality of using it. How are you formally using it? You're still going to get the same result. You're still going to get the same result on social media, on the internet, and in your searches. The only place you're not going to get a result is taking your lazy bum self to a library and cracking a book, a real historical book that has historical set precedents, reliability, and relevance, not something that's new, that's agendized, that's out there right now. Transforms the actual word and the shame and the plans and the pride and the group mythology, group mythology, and a mythical understanding that does not exist. 2026, something that has no set precedent or termed resilience of past decade. It's not there. All it does is reclamation and training and shifting of words within some groups and majority members of groups. It's a demolition of history, people. The word functions as a deeper meaning than let's change it, let's shift it, let's move it. It's just the way it is. Indexable meanings. Yep, the social information of the word communicates the same identity, relationship, the setting, the group membership requirements beyond what one dictionary can just simply tell you. Why? Because the group, the race, the creed, the religion, the cultural identity of the slang bad word, they see it, they know it, they lived with it, they were raised with it. They've even said it themselves and used it themselves within their own community, so they understand the comical, the with intent, the trigger emotion. So no, you're not going to be able to reclaim that. Get somebody that's hyped up a year after the reclamation, and suddenly that tetrafan's going, they're angry, they're emotional, they're pissed at you, and they use that word. Suddenly it's not the reclaimed version, is it? It's the original version. Here comes the anger from you. Can words have different meaning depending on the speaker's race? Yes, they can. Depending on the speaker's emotion? Yes, they can. Yeah. Period. Depending on the speaker's frontal temporal lobe and the experience, the interpretation in the brain. Yes. So how do you think that this change or reclaiming of a word is really going to work in society? When can I say the words, people? When can you say the bad words? When can you say the words here on YouTube that you're not supposed to say? But if you're of that specific race, creed, diversity, or culture, and it's blatantly obvious, you can say it all day long. You're safe. Yeah, the morality and the social power, how people should agree or disagree. It's a reality, people. You can't say that I'm wrong here. It's a reality. It is a reality. Go download the paper. Go download it. Check it out. Review it. Let me open it up here. Go download the thing, people. I know everybody likes to watch stuff, but nobody wants to go download anything or read anything. Go download it. Educate yourself. Be able to argue when some pinhead uses some type of linguistic venue that is pure rhetoric or stupidity. Go download it. We try to put everything out that we can. Well, we've been here for an hour and we've only covered up to subtopic 2.2, and there are 5 all in all, but I'm not going to waste your time anymore. It's common freaking sense. The exclusionary rule, the exclusionary membership, the hostile speaker versus the non-hostile speaker. You no longer have control of this word. We do. But if you're a speaker that is not part of the group that wants control of the word, but you use the word in a hostile manner to invoke emotion, violence, anger, you can still do it. So therefore the reclaiming of the word is garbage. It's lipstick on a pig. So, have a good day with your lipstick words and your change. Because in society and even in your own groups, the reclamation, the rechange, the reacquisition of a term or a word is only in 2026. It's not 3 decades ago. It's not 3 months ago. It's not 3 years ago. Pick your pig lipstick shade of linguistic value, people. It's going to bite you in the rear end within your own race, creed, culture, and religion. Because those within your own race, creed, culture, religion, or identities, they all have set precedent and historical value, resilience, reliability of definition. deformative character. All the work that they did, you're just gonna wash it down the sink, right? Get rid of their history. Reclaim your new history. Be damned those that actually did what you didn't. Fought for it. Survived it. Displayed resilience, growth, birth, self-worth, self-esteem. It's easier to wash it away and say you own it now, isn't it? Yeah, and it's easier to say it within your own circles and just change an alphabetic. Change an A to an R, R to an E. Change something to make it less what? Tetraphan, anger-inducing. So, have a good night, Nick.